how the harvest has some elements that are very important. The harvest has some elements that are very important for it to actually come out well, right? I want a good harvest. Look to your neighbor and say, I want a good harvest. I want the harvest that I need, that I want, that I'm sowing for. I don't want my harvest to fall off the vine before I get there. I don't want the harvest to be destroyed by storms, or I don't want the soil to have something in it that destroys the attempt at that crop to come forth. So in your harvest, there's importance of seed, soil, season, waiting time, and harvest time. Several things important for that harvest to come forward. And Jesus uses the agricultural terminology all the time when he talks about doing something in life that is considered a seed for someone else. Your finances, your good acts, your decisions to obey God, all of that is a seed into God's kingdom, into God's purposes. And we see the ground here that we can, everybody act like you're throwing seed in the ground. Everybody act like you're throwing seed out on the ground, right? The sower can have that big old bucket thing and do the seed and spread the seed all over. But you got to understand the kingdom is diametrically opposed to the natural. So what we're doing every time we do something for God, we're sowing our seed up. Everybody act like you're sowing seed up. That's a soil where moth, rust, all that can corrupt. Lay up for yourself treasure in heaven, right? God says, I'll open that window of heaven. Everybody just sow up. Throw up your hand there. Just throw up some seed, right? Every time you give into the offering, every time you obey the Spirit of God in your life, every time you do something that's devoted by faith to the kingdom, to the King, you're sowing up. And guess what? Just like a harvest is going to come if you sow into good soil here, that's really good soil. Amen. There's no damage in that soil, no struggle in that soil, no nutrients lacking in that soil. You give it to the Lord, he's going to bring a harvest for you. Amen. Let's read Luke chapter 6 here, around verse 38. It says, give, and it shall be given unto you. Luke 6:38. Give, everybody say it with me. Give, and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall men give unto your bosom. For with the same measure ye meet withal, it shall be measured again unto you. So when a sower, when a gardener, when a farmer has seed in his pocket or seed in his bucket or whatever the case, the seed in his bucket is no ways the same size as the harvest, right? There's just a little seed in that bucket, but the harvest is huge, right? We know that that's the truth. We know, kind of heard a story a long time ago. I kind of repeat it every now and then. You don't know how many seeds are in an apple, right? You can break an apple open, cut it open. You get 6 seeds, 3 seeds, 8 seeds, 2 seeds, right? That apple has a few seeds in it. But you don't know how many apples are in the seed, right? So when you sow your seed, it's a small thing, right? It might be $100, $50, $25, your tithe, right? A couple hundred, 400, whatever you tithe, right? It'll be your tithe. You can also sow that, right? Believing for God's purpose. When you sow, you can count on God to do his good return. Amen. He's always going to bring a harvest when we have faith and give to him. So I'm going to ask the ushers to come. I just want to encourage your heart to know that you're sowing into good soil with the Lord. Amen. And it's a supernatural thing. I was reading this